Good morning, everybody, and this is your DAX day trade setups for today. So pretty much a nothing day yesterday, being a public holiday in the USA, so we pretty much adhered to our levels, and at the moment we have some sellers coming in off here, and that's typically what's been happening the last couple of weeks. Pullback gets sold, big sell-off, pullbacks get sold, big sell-off, and then big up, big down, big confusion. Diversions brewing here. Have a look at that. You can see the oscillators are gently sort of moving to the upside while we are sort of gently moving to the downside, and then you've got a double bottom here. So a double bottom would only be validated with a break above 13,061, and if that happens, then you've got a pretty strong move to the upside. And I think the important thing to realize here on the 8 hour, if I just take where would that target be, it would probably be that gap up there, and you can see there's my target on gap close. So you can see the structure starting to form for moves to the upside, and then you can also see the structure forming for moves to the downside. But we're going to have to break through this area of support here, which is fairly strong at the moment. And what happened yesterday is you've got another engulfing bar form. So engulfing bar there on a level, another engulfing bar on a level. So at the moment, that's with diversions, this setup is favoring a move to the upside. So let's just get down to the time frames that we're looking for. And again, on the 3 hour, you can see clear diversions here on. You can see that's ever so slightly lower than the previous low, and then you've got the oscillators giving us diversion. So that is definitely something that is brewing here, or trying to brew. And the other way to look at this is your line in the sand. So that's 12,609. Break and retest that. That is going to be fairly bearish. So the trend is down on the 3 hour. We should be looking to sell. The only problem I've got is this big up and down here, because that is confusion. We start moving, and then all of a sudden we've got so much noise going on. And the other thing to bear in mind is with Russia starting to switch off gas coming into winter, and the expectation that energy costs are going to go through the roof, which is just going to add fuel to fire to inflation in Europe. So keep that in the back of your mind, because that could actually impact what's going on here as well. So moving down to the hour, that is kind of where we need to be paying attention to. And yesterday you can see nothing really going on, just gradually drifting higher. Oscillators did group to the downside, and then they're just all over the place at the moment. Could be an area of support that we're finding here, but we'll see that on the lower time frames. Not really interested in it on the hour just yet. We need to wait for the market open. This level is definitely something to pay attention to. That's 12,700. Okay, if we can find support there, then you probably expect another leg up to come and test the 155 at least, drop off, and then this zigzagging up and down, you're expecting that to continue. But if we get down to the 15 minutes, yesterday, this big move down at the open, and then it was so messy. I mean, there was nothing really, apart from that, was probably an opportunity, but you can see not even that was structured. That closes below this level of 12,700. So 12,700 definitely something to pay attention to. And then the other thing to pay attention to is the high of yesterday. So you can see futures has gone above it already. So what we want to see is you're probably going to open up here where the market closed, somewhere in between 12,700 and where we are at the moment, which is 12,750. So within the 70-point range, this is kind of where the market will more than likely open. And then you've got to figure out which way we're going to go. So if you look at the levels, if we break this area of 12,700, then you're retesting the lows of yesterday. Quite simple as that. If we break this 12,793 and find support, that would validate a pretty much an uptrend possibility. And then you are looking, and for me, I'd go to the hour for this one. If we do break that, where is the next most logical place? And that's going to be up here. So you can see that's probably the most logical place. There is this little ambush area here, which is just underneath. It's just above. No, it's not actually. Sorry, I lie. It is. Nope. Don't worry about that one. It's been tested already. So that would be the next logical area. So get down to 15 minutes again, and you can see the structure building for you. So if we hold above 12793, so we break and retest that this morning, you're first looking for 12884. Get above that, find support, then you're looking for this previous high up here at 13061. So that's kind of the view that you've got. You can see there's nothing really much holding us up in the short term. Even if I swing through the levels, this is the critical one here, which is 12884. So that's the one that we need to aim for. So that's kind of the view that I've got at the moment. If you look at the moving averages, it does look like we've got a bit of a crossover. So I'm anticipating an uptrend for today. And these are your levels. So just watch these levels to the downside. If you start breaking below 12700 and retest, then you're first going to be looking for a move down here at 12609. If you break through that, then you've probably got a bigger move to the downside. Pay attention to how these are spaced. You can see there's the range area, range height, range height. So that's kind of, as far as I'm concerned, I think what we're going to be doing until the US Open. And then we'll see what happens at the US Open. Anyway, that's it for me on the DAX. Hope it helps, and we will catch up with you tomorrow morning. Cheers for now.